everybody else.
Thank you, Chair. I'm always very nervous when I have to speak before this kind of august audience and the kind of panelists. But with my background in the NGO work and anti-corruption, I would like to, before anything, I would like to share a data which is in the public domain on bank frauds. According to a list released by RBI in March this year, ICICI Bank, I don't know whether I should be naming, but since it's in the public domain, it's better to share. ICICI Bank topped the list of bank frauds, followed by SBI. In all, more than rupees 17,000 crores was lost by way of financial fraud. In many cases, bank employees were involved. 450 employees were involved in all, in 3,870 cases of bank fraud. Different speakers have spoken about prevention, detection, and so many other things, which is all very important. But we are talking of India. We are talking in the context of a country where nobody takes corruption seriously, as Dr. Salim Ali already mentioned, where laws and policies are made to facilitate fraud and corrupt practices, where everyone feels that it is for the other to be clean and to be accountable. Nobody wants to take responsibility, where people feel that corruption and fraud is low risk and high profit game, and where it is said more often than not, because I have been working in this area for a long time, where people always dissuaded me and they said that, you know, corruption is in our genes, so nothing can happen. Why are you talking at all about anti-corruption in a country where corruption is in our genes, fraud is in our genes? The point is that somebody has to talk, and that's why I'm so glad that ACA has invited me to speak here. While it's very important that steps have to be taken, there has to be a law, procedures, and policies, but improving the integrity of the employees is extremely important. At the end of the day, there is somebody out there who is involved in the kind of activities, in the kind of greed that they have, that has to be addressed. So I'm talking about training of the employees. How many banks emphasize, how many institutions, how many corporations emphasize on regular training of the employees? Continuous training of employees to make them transparent, to make them accountable is needed. It is important to go beyond laws, because the laws and the policies, there is only so much that you can do with them. There are policies in place, there is a code of conduct, there are so many things, yet corruption happens, yet frauds happen. So training of employees in values and thinking beyond short-term gains is extremely important. It is important to train them that it is okay to lose out on a business, but they should not do anything fraudulently. Documents have to be checked. That it is important, while it is important to make profit, but doing a clean business is extremely important. And I would just like to conclude, because most people have already said, but then training is a very important area which is neglected by most corporations and institutions and banks. And as Dr. Bruce Lipton, the famous genealogist, he recently mentioned that it is possible to change our genes. So I think, and thoughts can change your genes. So if that kind of thought is continuously poured in the employees, then probably that will change the genes, and India would become a clean country. Thank you.